Hello everyone, good evening. Apologies for keeping mute for the last 2 minutes. I noticed that I was abruptly signed out of my Google account. I was scared of a hack and I just had to immediately address that. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing today? We will use the next 3 minutes to send in our greetings and we'll begin properly in 5 minutes so we can allow those who are joining us late due to probable network failure or people just trying to settle in after the day's job or chore. So in the next 2 minutes we're going to still say our highs and hellos and begin our class. Hi everyone, good evening. While we're saying our highs and hellos, I must say that rest is never overrated. I want to continue by apologizing for my countenance on Monday. I would want to admit that I was stressed, and because I really did not want to miss you guys, I had to, regardless of how I felt, join the class looking as tired as I was. And I apologize if the class was dull. I to make it up today, I will be going through the lessons all over again for those that joined us late. Those that for my tone of that day did not were not able to follow the class. Thank you. The compliments are coming in. Thank you. How are we doing? Let's leave all of that. How did your day go? Hi, Chiamaka. My name is Cynthia. Good evening, Mary. Good evening, Empire. Godson Chara. Good evening, Unique Mercy. Good evening, Blessing. Good evening. I'm doing well. Taiwo. Good evening. Oh no, Ariola. I'm sorry your day was stressful. I hope you get to rest after today's session. Bathsheba. Good evening. I'm glad your day went well. Mine went well too. I was able to come back home early and I had a good rest. Neka, thank you. Thank you. Oh yes, I feel that's what happened because I initially opened a few tabs that I was going to use for demo today, and then I saw it say I got a notification that says you've been signed out, so I had to quickly go and address that. But thank God for two-factor authentication, my account is safe. All right, so it's already 6 minutes into our time. Just before we go into breaking of the ice, I want to say good evening again to everybody. This is day 2 of the Digital Skill Up Africa program, and I am super excited to guide you for this session. Today, we will explore what it truly means to be digitally literate and how we can apply that knowledge using real life productivity tools to level up our virtual assistant work. So, for icebreakers now, in one word, how can you describe your current relationship with technology? Are you proficient? Are you just a beginner? Are you still trying to catch up? Just let me know how what your relationship is with technology. Just drop it in the chats, please. Yeah. Let me see what your responses are. Or you're just a beginner, Omi. Okay. Now I know. Okay, average. Okay, Temitope, you are a beginner. This will greatly help me understand the tempo I would use for the rest of the session. Okay, so we have a lot of beginners here. Okay, favor your intermediate. Thank you. At least that helps. Mm. Ngozi says, I'm close to a beginner. Okay. We will work you up so that you are able to be confident in your relationship with technology. Oh, wow. Amber, you're great. That's good. Oh, you're proficient to some. That's good. I believe I'm an intermediate learner picking up different skills. Olua Toby Loba, that's really good. I would like to call myself an intermediate learner too, because I am learning every day. There are so many features of technologies that are being updated every day, and it is only wise that we immerse ourselves into learning as the updates comes along. Okay, trying to catch up. Google, yes, Deborah. Google Suite is also my favorite. They make it so easy. Majestic says, "I'm a complete beginner." It's good to admit you are. It's also good to try to self help. You could use Google and YouTube. These are my favorite self help search engines. I use them a lot, especially when I feel stuck or I do not understand a given task or a subject. I could be conversing with someone and then the person will use a very strange word, and I will just quickly go to either Google or I'll just do Google search and check the word, and I'll be like, oh, okay, so I know this, and then I can really. So yes, it would greatly help the beginners to, you know, try to do self help. That will greatly help you. Mhm. Yeah. Coyote, that is really good. I'd say I'm learning every day, so maybe intermediate proficient with some Google tools, but hell, hoping to learn more. Okay. Hi, Chiamaka, and I think Google Docs and WhatsApp. Mm. All right. Well, amazing responses from everyone. Let's start with the basics. So, digital literacy isn't just about knowing how to use a phone or computer. It's about being able to navigate, evaluate, and create information using a range of digital tools. As a virtual assistant, we would need to go beyond usage. We need to understand how to apply and how to adapt, especially in digital environments. Can anyone share a moment where being digitally literate saved your day or has helped you solve a tough problem either at work, home, or in school? I would go first. Like I shared an example. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. Let's see, the most recent time, let's say a few weeks ago. And the person used this strange word in the meeting. We were a party of five, and I did not know what that word mean. And so as the person just kept on talking, I quickly just Googled the meaning of that word. And Google is very, very Google breaks down information to the simplest form. And I was able to not just understand the word, but also know where and when to use the word in a conversation. So that's an example of how being digitally literate has saved face for me during a conversation. So please tell me, can you do we have any moments where being digitally literate saved your day? Yes. So I may not be able to pronounce your name as it should be, but Asho, thank you. It's okay for me. It's not exams. It's more like assignments that my younger nephews or nieces will bring to me. And when that happens, I'll just quickly do a Google search. So yes, that's a good one. Chiamaka, I'm sorry I'm unable to help you with the resolution of your video. It has to be from you. I have already shared the slide. Forewarning that it is not complete for the week. I still have tomorrow's lesson guide to update. So it's either you're going to have them share you what I'm using right now, or you'd wait for tomorrow's updated slide. Adepola, Google has just Google has been wonderful. ChatGPT is trying, but ChatGPT makes it so robotic. And if you're not smart, there are people who are able to tell when you have used ChatGPT. Oh yes, yes. There's this for Google, there is this new Gemini update that helps you summarize not just emails but any text. So that's a good one, Ariella. Damilola, you're a beginner, you're just starting. Welcome. Thank you for taking the bold step. We would work together to help you stand strong and confident as a digital literate. Peter, please don't go break AI with your maths questions because at some point it's going to tell you it's been overloaded. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Help you with your maths questions. Yes, Lowell, that's a very good one. Rather than looking, some people will be like, "Oh, you don't know," and then make you feel awkward. So it's a good one to just go Google it. You see, that's a good one, Busayomi. Well done. Hmm. Hmm. Gloria. Sorry, we had to use. I'm glad that you have at least the basic idea on how slides work. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, awesome. These are awesome responses. So let's continue. Now, as I was saying, digital literacy is the ability to use digital technology, communication tools, and network to access, manage, integrate, and evaluate information. The importance digital literacy is important for virtual assistants because this enables us to efficiently carry out our task, support clear, professional, and this no, it supports. I meant to type. It supports clear, professional digital communication, and it improves the adaptability to new tools because, like I said, the system is being updated every day. So if you're a digital literate, you would catch all of these updates. Use cases are for managing emails, online scheduling, file sharing, virtual meetings, research, and reporting. A virtual assistant, as a virtual assistant, yeah, digital literacy empowers us to stay organized and it delivers quality work. It helps us to collaborate with clients and it helps us to make smart decisions from writing emails, handling data to managing calendars. Well, let me change my slide. My slide is still here, so I don't get you guys confused. So as I was saying, it helps us from writing emails to handling data, managing calendars, and collaborating in real time. Our work depends on our ability to navigate through this digital platform confidently. Mhm. Oh, wow, there are a lot of stories here that I'm beginning to catch. All right, let's just go to the next slide so we don't spend so much time. Now, introduction to word processing tools. Word processing tools are also known as productivity tools. They help us work smarter, not harder. Today, we are going to get an overview of the main categories of the tools that we'll dive in, which include word processors, spreadsheets, and presentation tools. Now, you want to think of them as your digital toolkit. Each tool plays a significant role in helping you to deliver tasks with efficiency and excellence. Question: which of these three tools, that's the word processor, spreadsheet, and presentation, that's presentation tools, which of these three tools do you currently use the most? And which one do you struggle with? Let me just see your responses in the chat, please. Okay, for those that did not get the question is, which of these three tools, that's your productivity tools, I mentioned word processor, spreadsheets, and presentation tools. Which of these three tools do you currently use the most? And which one do you struggle with? For me, I currently use the presentation slides, and that's the presentation tools and word processor. If there's anyone I struggle with, I am not shy to admit, is the spreadsheet. It's still a work in progress. I am learning every day to be better. Why? Because it's not a tool I use every day. I only use it to do an analysis or when I'm asked to review a report. That's when I'll find myself on my spreadsheets. So, what are the three tools? So, which of the three tools do you currently use the most, and which one are you struggling with? Okay. Oh, so someone is also struggling with spreadsheets like me. Okay. Oh, Said Omolade. Okay. You, so when you say spreadsheets, do you currently use spreadsheets or are you struggling with spreadsheets? Oh wow, Nelson, I use more of spreadsheets. I think I'm not used to word processor. Oh wow, it means you are more in the line of data analysis, which is good. That's a very big flex. I'm just reading through your responses. Word processor. A lot of us are struggling with spreadsheets, and I hope we all take out time to um, try and combat the hurdle of the spreadsheets. But honestly, yeah, spreadsheets are not so hard to learn. I think what I really struggle with is there are some key features that will help you sum up some very complex numbers. And there are the data analysts that know the shortcuts. Now, memorizing those shortcuts, remembering those shortcuts is where I struggle. So if I'm trying to set a format to my spreadsheet, I'll have to just call a friend of mine who is proficient in all the data analysis work, and he just comes through for me. Marine, I see your comment. Why can't you allow her to teach without all of this comment? I asked a question and they are only responding. Thank you for looking out for me. We have a lot of beginners here. Well, no worries. That's why we're here. We will try our best to help you and we'll show you where it is to look out to for self-help. Well, Joy, if you cannot see my screen properly, I think the problem is coming from your end. Anyway, let us continue. Word processors, introduction to word processors tools. Now, word processors are essential, whether you're writing reports, creating proposals, or collaborating on shared documents. Knowing how to use tools like Microsoft, Google Docs, and LibreOffice Writer is crucial. Each of them has their own strengths, but the core idea remains that they allow you to produce clean, readable, and professional content. Like I mentioned, word processors, these tools are basically softwares that let you create, edit, format, and print text documents. They include features like text formatting, spell checks, and the ability to insert images or tables. So, like for example, this slide you see here, I did not just go straight to the slide and start typing. No, I started off from my Google Docs to draft what I would want to share with you all. And then after I had used my word processor tool, which is Google Docs, I copied and then I pasted it on the slide, which you now see. And then I made sure I took advantage of the features of the text formatting, the spell check. But I hadn't really add pictures or tables because it was not going to be relevant for this purpose. So like I mentioned before, popular examples of word processing tools are Microsoft, Google Docs, and the LibreOffice writers. Features of word processing tools, features, their text manipulation. Now, text manipulation is it's the ability to easily input, edit, or delete text in your document. Now, because this is a slide, I'm unable to edit it. But if I were to use my word processor, which is the Google, I enjoy using Google Docs. Now, if I were to be using Google Docs, I will, or if I see an error, I would quickly just go there and correct it, which I'll show in a bit. Another feature of word processing tools are the formatting feature. Now, this formatting feature enables you to customize your font style. Now, there is a name for this font style I use, and I think it's Calibri. Yeah, Calibri. So I use the Calibri for font style for this, and the size is, I think, 14. If this is okay, so I use 3 different font size for the entire slide. I know I use 16, 12, and 14, depending on how much the text on each slide is. The alignment feature, the alignment features helps you to, okay, I'll show you that in, there's a demo that I'm going to do for you all, so you understand all of these features I'm talking about. Page layouts just has to do with the being able to adjust your margin, the page orientation, and basically your ability to choose a layout that fits your need. There is the spelling and grammar check. Now that helps you. It's a built-in tool in the word processor that helps you to spot and correct spelling and grammatic errors automatically. Now, if this were to be my Google Doc, if there were to be any errors or grammatic mistake, it's going to underline it either with red, yellow, or blue. If it's red, the spelling is wrong or there is no punctuation. If it's yellow, it probably has If it's yellow, okay, no. If it's yellow and you already have Grammarly, if you have the Grammarly extension on your laptop or wherever you're working from, if it's yellow, it has a suggestion for an alternate sentence rephrase. If it's blue, it has a probably rewrite. Maybe it wants to help you rewrite it better. That's how my own future, because I have Grammarly spell check integrated into my system, so that's the color codes for that. Another feature of the word processor tools is the inserting element tool feature. Sorry, it is certain element feature. Now that just allows you to add images, tables, charts, media to enhance your document. There is the saving and the printing feature. That one is just to save it in different formats, be it PDF or whatever formats that you are expected to deliver your document in. Um, so I want to see if we can do like a practical, like a mini tax, but we'll do it live right now. I hope that we are all synced so we can all hear this information about to share. It's a live task. So I want us to take the next 5 minutes. I initially had this, I was like, okay, let me give you guys 2 minutes, but because I noticed that there's network lagging and some people are taking notes, so I would give room for a 5 minute mini task. Very, very easy. Um, I want you to open your Google Docs, but before I give this task, how many of us are attending this class from their laptops? If you're attending this class with your laptop, let me know. If you're attending with your phone, also please indicate so I know how to refine the task I'm about to share with you. I previously gave this task as an assignment, but I want to I want to I want to see if we some of us attempted it or not. And my assistants that are in the in the chat in the comment section with you will share a quick they'll share maybe an email, because I know during our last discussion I asked that an email be created so that you all can quickly send your the exercise that I shared concerning word processors. So now the task that I want to give is very, very simple. Open a blank Google Doc or Word document and title it My Virtual Assistant Toolkit. What I want you to do with that is to just add a very short intro. So the header will be My Virtual Assistant Toolkit. And then you will add a short intro and bullet list. Now, this bullet list will be a list of tools that a virtual assistant uses every day. I'm sure my colleague Ololade has put you through some of the tools that a virtual assistant use. This is a very simple but powerful exercise that not only shows me that you're following, it also tells me that you did, whether or not you did your exercises, and if you really listened and learned from Mrs. Olalade's class. So, in the next 5 minutes, 4 minutes more like, you are going to open a blank Google Doc or Word document, be it from your phone or laptop, and then you're going to just, it's a one-page assignment. I will do mine for you all to see, and then you will and then you submit yours for me to also review. Ojai Favor, thank you for the recommendation, but I enjoy using Calibri. The reason why you cannot see this is probably because of your screen size or the resolution of your video. But thank you for the recommendation. Comfort Amarachi, I am not showing my face because I want to tell you that I am beautiful. I am showing my face because so you guys can I am a live virtual assistant taking you through this class. If you cannot see the text on the screen, it's probably because of your video or your screen size. The screen size really matters. And probably your video resolution. I am apologizing on behalf of the tech team, but that's not a very comfortable thing to say to someone you barely know. Oyewale Peter, what is the name of the tools you're using right now? Hmm. It's amusing to get this question, given that I know that Ololade, I must have taken you through some of this. I struggle with Excel. I always am not one it's trace to me. Try to exit your face. Tech team, are you able to please take my face off the screen? Thank you. Oh wow, most of us are using our phones. Oh well, regardless, you can open Google, we can download Google and okay, since many of us are using our phones, I will just go straight to do the demo myself and then you will okay, so this is new for me saying that okay, you have done the assignment, but you don't know how to submit. That will be addressed. You will be guided on how to submit. Some of us have done the task. I understand that some of you have done the task. I'd want you to do that task again and resend. Okay, so now that I know that, the question was the question was to open a blank Google Doc or Word document and then type my virtual assistant toolkit as the header and then add a short intro, or I'm a virtual assistant and these are the toolkits that I use for my work. And then you just list out the toolkits. But then since a lot of us are using our phone, I will just go ahead and do like excuse me, a demo. Let me clear unnecessary tabs. Excuse me. Okay. Trying to find the option that says I should share my screen. Okay, present. All right. Okay, so we're here. Okay. All right. Um, how do I make sure that sensitive content are not being shared? All right. Mhm, mhm. Okay, so I'm going to do a present here, and I want to share my screen. Okay, I want to share my screen. Is there with two monitors? I'm just going to share my screen. So the windows I will do the Google Docs windows. Yes. And then I will share. Can we please confirm that you can see my screen? Now, the screen that is showing you the Google Doc interface. Can we please confirm that we can see it? Google Docs. This is going to give me so I noticed that I'm unable to nah. Can you see my shared screen right now? Okay. I just got confirmation from the tech team that they can, but I think it's taking time due to network lagging. I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, yes, you can see. So now this is what Google Docs looks like. Now, the issue me I'm having is navigating my own slide, like going to that particular. Okay, yeah, I think I found it. Great. So now the first thing we want to do is to open a blank page. So this is what a Google document looks like. I'm sorry for the distractions. I don't know, something is biting me and making me feel uncomfortable. Anyway, so this is what the Google user interface looks like, Google Docs. These are other apps in on the Google suite. The search, maps, YouTube, the Google Play, news, Gmail, Google Meet, chats, contacts, drive, calendar, photos, Gemini. I told you it's a new feature, and then there's the Google Translate. But today we are going to just there are other self. See, there's finance, slides, documents, books, sheets, bloggers, keep, classroom, earth, save, arts, Google Ad, Google One, Google Travel, forms for creating of forms, shopping, my ad center. There is a lot of feature in the Google Workspace. So now, regarding the task, this is what I wanted us to do. So, so this is an untitled document. First thing we want to do is to give the document a title, and then you come up here to say DSA virtual track exercise, virtual assistance track exercise. Exercise 1. So when you type it this way, it's going to save automatically to the drive. And then this, the title, is going to be what will be shared. Like when you decide to now, when you download this to want to send to the email address or however it is you've been asked to submit, this is how it's going to, that's the name it's going to save with. Now, I asked that we open a blank page. I've taught you now how to title, like give the title of the document. Now, the next thing I said was to add a header. So you come down to the toolbar here and use the header one future and say turn on caps lock, my virtual assistant toolkit. I could choose to underline this. I'll just do Control U for underline, Control B for bold. So now I want to say here are the essential toolkits are used as a virtual assistant. I know you're going to, well, I'm just going to continue typing. So for collaborations and calls. Oh, you see, you corrected that. I was hoping it wasn't so I could explain the point I was trying to make. Okay, so now for collaboration and calls, one, there is Slack. Two is Google Meet. Three is I think Teams. Teams is one that we use. Oh, sorry guys. I just quickly checked to see if indeed you were following. You can't see? Why? Why can't you see? Well, sorry about that. I'm here now, guys. Tech team, can you confirm that you can see the text? Or you know what? Let me see if I can move this guy to. Wait, you know what? I'll stop sharing. I'll stop sharing and then I will share again. I'll share again. Sorry about that, everyone. I did not know that you were okay. Okay, no worries. I think I figured it out. Can we please confirm that you can now? It's going to be hard to do that because can you you know what? Let me just talk with my tech team instead. Tech team, can you please confirm that you can now see the Google Doc that I'm working on? So why is Mide saying that she wasn't following at all? Gloria Afolabi, where are you lost? Patience, you say you're not following. Tell me where you stopped following us at so I can guide you back to where everyone is. Olabisi, to be honest, I'm not enjoying this class. Can you please tell me why you're not enjoying this class? Okay, guys. Apologies for those that say they are not following. I would like for you to tell me where it is you probably lost track, and I will guide you back. And for all right, so now that I have confirmed you can all see that screen that has the demo, I will have to start all over again. my virtual assistant toolkit. Now it's for me to find where I threw that slide to. Okay, yeah, found. Okay, so for the sake of starting over, we're going to do file and then do new documents. Can we confirm that we can see the new documents that is being shared? Let me have to go back here and check. Oh no, you can't. So I know what to do. I will just erase it because I'm only allowed to, my sharing is limited. So I would erase this and do this. So now this is starting all over again. As I was saying, you see, my sharing ability, Google is not allowing me to share in maximum. All right. So this is what typically your, let me just confirm that we're together here. Okay, yes, we are. Let's see. Let me go back to my screen. All right. So now this is what a Google word processor, the tool, the Google tool is like. Now Google has other features in their workspace. There is the Google Calendar, Google Sheets, Slides, and a lot of them. But for the sake of today's the topic we're on, which is word processor, I'm going to be using Google Doc. Now, first thing you want to do when you open a blank page on your Google Doc is to give a title. So what we want to do is I'm turning my caps lock on to give me capitalized words. So I'll say DSA, which stands for Digital Scale-Up Africa. DSA Virtual Assistant Track Exercise 1. And now press enter. Now this saves it automatically. Now, how do you know when your anything edit is saved? It's when you see this cloud and a check mark. Now, if you don't see this check mark, you're going to see an X which say, oh, it's not saved. But now this is saved. Next, we want to do is to add a header. Now you come to your toolbar and you're going to see the header options to know which you want to apply. I'd always like to use header 1 because it's the first header. So you want to say my virtual assistant toolkits. Why is it not underlining my work? I'm hoping, yeah. So now I want to Control U for underline, Control B for bold. And then I'm going to continue my text words. All right. So now the next thing I want to say is, like I said, short. Let me confirm you guys, because now once I'm sharing my screen, I cannot see the text that I cannot see your comments. All right. So as I was saying, the question I had initially was, so now I've already typed out my virtual assistant toolkit. The next thing is a short intro and then a bullet list of tools you use every day as a virtual assistant. So now the short intro will be, hi, or I prefer to use hello. My name is Cynthia Almata. Let's see if Google will know that this is supposed to be a name. Okay. I am a virtual assistant, and the following, and below is the list of I was hoping it was going to good. Awesome, it did. List of tools I use to work. So now for communication and collaboration, one, we have Slack. We use Slack as a tool for communication and collaborations. We have Google Meet. There is also, let me quickly confirm that everybody's here. Okay, we're all here. There is also Zoom. We use that for calls and collaboration. I think Teams. Teams is also Microsoft Teams. Yes. Teams, Microsoft Teams for the Microsoft enthusiast. Teams. Then next thing I want to say is for scheduling and calendar management. Those guys aren't so much. Scheduling and calendar management for, okay, no, I want to give two space here. Then for scheduling and calendar management, I'll use Calendly. I would also use I'll use, I think, Acuity scheduling, and then there is Google. So Acuity scheduling and Google Calendar. Okay, another space for, let's see, which other tool will I use for communication? For filing and for file sharing and document management. That's if you want to share files. I would use for file sharing. For file sharing, I would use one. Ouch, here. How do I do that? Okay, I hope. For file sharing, we'll use Google Drive. Oh, no, let's see. Mine has corrected it. Okay, no, don't correct me, please. Google Drive, Dropbox. Oh, it corrected it. I was hoping it wasn't going to. And then OneDrive. I think let's just do this one, and then let me check what you all have to say before I make necessary corrections. Yes, Folashade, I know that I have typed most of them with, I'm trying to show you the features of the features that we mentioned. Oh yes, I am aware of the mistakes. I'm trying to show you all the features of the word processor. So since all of you, thank you for pointing all of this out. It was a deliberate, they're all deliberate actions. Okay, so now let me show you the feature I talked about for the spelling check. So now, as you can see, now the spelling check feature has just corrected me, and then I'll just go to assistant. Now, because this is a name and should be capitalized. Now, regardless of whether or not you have Grammarly, if I can deactivate my Grammarly, it would be a tough one reactivating it back. But then anyway, this is how it works. Now, this is my name, and you cannot correct how my name is spelled now, virtual. So you see, it's not this, no, so no, it didn't understand, it's list. Now, tools, the tools. Now, most of this added feature is what we enjoy from the word processor. So now, see, this is it telling you. Now, remember the yellow lines I talked about? Yeah, I need to go and resubscribe for this. But then, so this is an example of the yellow line I mentioned, where it wants to correct or rephrase your word. Now this has a missing word. This is a grammarly correction feature. Anyway. So now this says that this is basically what the spell check does. It would reread all of what you are writing and then suggest possible corrections. Now, hello, my name is Cynthia Palmata. Okay, I am a virtual assistant, and below is the list. And below, you see, here is another correction. And the list, it's added a list for me to tell me that, oh no, so the list is supposed to come here. So now this is a feature that we enjoy from Google. And then this is, okay, so we're going to now reread and correct. Hello, my name is Cynthia Palmata. Okay, I'm a virtual assistant, and the list below is the list of the tools I use to work, full stop. That's another correction. So for communication is Slack. So this is how it's going to just continue rereading and correcting you. So for communication is now this particular one is the feature I enjoy from Grammarly that helps you to, it gives like a best version of your what's your sentence should be or sound like. So for communication is Slack, Google Meet, Zoom, and then Microsoft Teams. For scheduling, as you can see, it's supposed to be scheduling. Sorry about that. I was just addressing a personal issue. All right, so can we all now see the some of the features I mentioned in the notes? So yes, now this would suggest, let me just quickly round up because I want you all to go on a break for your attendance. So now Calendly, it's going to correct that. Acuity, we're going to, no, not active. So now it depends on you. So Acuity, so file, it's going to give you the right correction. For file management, correction. And yeah, so this is a quick demo on what the word processor, like the Google tool, does for. I hope we can now all. I hope we can now all. Okay, so yeah, that's about the demo. Let me take my screen off and allow you. Okay, Olani, please, ma, the Grammarly. So when you download Grammarly, yeah, it will connect. You would just, it's an extension that it will automatically, it knows how to embed itself in every word processor tool that you're using. So my Grammarly, when I downloaded it and I just integrated it, it happens to just attach itself to every word processor tool that I was using. So let me quickly take this. It's a little bit complex sharing screen, especially on the on this. So I'm going to close this and then get back to, yeah. So Microsoft Word overview, I think that has been fully explained. I think that has been fully explained in the oh, you know what? Let's take a quick 10 minutes break. I'm sorry, I normally would give you a break by 8, but I see that my demo took longer than expected. So we'll take a break, a 10-minute break, please. And I will be right back for the next half of the session. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Tech team, please take us on break. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back from the break. I hope we've all been able to sign our attendance because I could see a lot of us saying, "Oh, I can't find the attendance. Please, the attendance link." This is the reason why I advise to not send in irrelevant messages. One person at a time could make a complaint, and the tech team will most definitely see that complaint and address. But when all of you are complaining about one thing, it's not only distracting to me, it is also distracting to other participants that are trying to look for relevant information. Now, for example, this attendance link that you are all looking or searching for, it probably was dropped, or wherever it was dropped, we just, because the messages just keeps on coming in and coming in, it just people probably just gone missing. But now that we are back, let's quickly pick up speed. So we have now understood how the Google Doc. I just did like a demo. Basically, that is how also Microsoft Word is. I really am not. I really don't. I don't work with Microsoft Word, but if you do have Microsoft Word uploaded in your systems or on your phones, it's the same. It's the same logic. So we just run through. Microsoft Word is also a powerful word processing tool, software more like, and this allows users to create, edit, format, and print text-based documents. Key features include advanced text formatting, spell and grammar checking, insert of images, and then document collaboration. Uh, it's not too, let me see. I think I've closed that page already, right? I did. I would have shown you. Okay, no, I think I can still do it. Let me quickly see if I can share that page quickly for you all to see the collaboration. Okay, let me just leave since I'm working with Google. So this is what the Microsoft Word interface looks like, and for Google, I already showed you the demo. I showed you. Okay, so I'll quickly just do a real time collaboration. But I don't have anybody to collaborate with since most of you are using your phones. But that's not a problem. I'll just show you how it works and where it is. So now for collaboration, let's say we want to collaborate. Now it's where you call share. This is where you share, and then you probably copy this link. When I copy the link, I will now share the link. Maybe I'll open my email and be like, "Hi, hi, Deborah. Let's say this is my email space. Here's a link to my exercise. I hope we all see the screen so you can help me. So you can help me review and leave comments where necessary. And that's so if you can now see it now. If I decide, now this is a new feature also. Now you can rename the link. Ideally, this is how it's going to come in numbers, or like it's going to come like in a code, but I can decide to replace it this way, and then it now has the link. Now, whoever it is I send this email to, the person can click on this link and begin to, make changes where necessary. So it tells me that I'm the owner and no changes since you last viewed this file. Now, if Deborah has opened this link in the email, she is now able to add other necessary edits that she thinks I would um, I would find helpful, and leave comments also. So that's how you share to collaborate. Excuse me, your work. Sorry, guys, excuse me. So, yes, let me stop sharing and get back to our class. Okay, so real time collaboration. Um, Odion. Uh, Whenever you have a task and you need my help, At the end of the entire um, bootcamp or session, I would probably share an email address so I can help out where necessary. Okay, so real-time collaboration, automatic saving. I know I showed you that. Online access. We got the online access. Now sharing and permission. I showed that already. Version history. That you can find in the toolbox. Now, do not underestimate the power of the toolbox. That's that bar you saw where there is file, home, view, insert, and a lot of other necessary features that Google has given us access to help modify or format our documents. So there's Google integration. That's where you can easily embed a sheet, mobile access, and then the AI feature. That's the Gemini that I one time mentioned. Ayodeji, I'm unable to do any collaborations right now because I'm trying to run through our classes. All right, so we saw, so this is the Google Doc interface that I showed you all. Now, I got a lot of questions in the comments on Monday. Oh yeah, there's light. I got a lot of comments on Monday and today about the LibreOffice overview. Honestly, yeah, the LibreOffice it's an open source word processing software, and that is part of the LibreOffice suite. Initially, it was free, but when I checked it, I found out that it is now a paid. It's a paid. So now you see, in fact, they've taken. Let me quickly even do another search to confirm. Let's see, LibreOffice Writer. Free download easily. It's actually free. So why are some people saying it's not free? But there are some features of it that you need to pay for. Yes, there are some features unlike Google and Microsoft that will give you free features. There are some features that are paid for. It's free. I just did a quick Google search. It's a free and open source word processor that is part of the LibreOffice suite. You can download it and use it on various platforms like Windows, Mac, and Linux. So yes, it is free. And then it has key features of like text formatting, document templates, style and formatting, spell check. It is just another Google or Google Doc or Microsoft Word, but this is for the LibreOffice suite. I haven't used it myself before, I know that it is as efficient as Google and Microsoft Word. I think the only big flex is you can open. Well, you do it too with Word and Google Docs, so it's not so much of a flex anyway. So we've already done this. We've already done this creating of documents demo. I didn't collect that. Now let us explore. Let's delve deeper into, or let's dive deeper into spreadsheets, which some people say it's a virtual assistant best friend, but depends on your niche. And it also helps with maybe staying organized and for analysis or reports. Now, I have a question. I know I've been asking a lot of questions just because I want us to engage. If somebody was to give you, or if I were to give you a spreadsheet filled with numbers, how confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that you will understand the spreadsheets? So the question again is, if I were to give you a spreadsheet filled with number data, how confident are you on a scale of 1 to 10 that you will understand it? Okay, 5, 1, 7. Oh, wow. 7. That's good. 5. on. Okay. Oh, okay. So spreadsheets help us to stay organized. They help us to analyze and make sense of data. Now, whether it's a client's budget, because remember I said for virtual assistants, the tools we use vary depending on the niche, but it's not so much far apart. Like I would use Excel to work on analysis reports or to help, like if I have to do if I want to track or collect data, I will use an Excel spreadsheet. Using Word documents, you have to go through the steps of creating tables and then or you're arranging all of those lines, which is stressful. On the Excel spreadsheet, it's been done. I will do a quick demo with the little time we have left. So, as I was saying, spreadsheets help us to stay organized. They help us to analyze and make sense of data. So, whether it's a client's budget or schedules or to track process, spreadsheets are one of the most valuable tools in a virtual assistant toolkit. Now, let's walk through the magic of spreadsheets. Just like Word, spreadsheet has features like formulas, chart, pivot table, conditional formatting, and so much more. Now, it's the so much more I am not confident in because that is where the experts come in. Those are the data analysts. Spreadsheets and Excel are their playground. They are proficient in it. So I cut my cap to all analysts out there. So you don't need to know it all, honestly. Just know how to find what you need and apply it correctly. I will be doing a demo as soon as I'm able to figure out how to share my Google Sheets. Let me quickly do. Okay, so I will come here. I'll come here. I'll do present. I'll share screen. And then I will share Google Sheets. Share. So now I'm sharing my screen. Can you please confirm we can see it? I want to do a quick demo for Google Sheets. Yes. Can we please see? Can we see it? Can we see my screen? I'm sharing my Google Sheets screen. I'm sorry to those that would rather have Word. I'm sorry for those that would rather have me show a demo on Excel, but I don't work with Excel, Microsoft. I don't work with Microsoft. I am proficient in Google, like I mentioned. So I should be an ambassador for Google because I have said a lot of good things about them. So now let me go back. And so now if I leave this screen, I cannot see no comments. So please bear with me. Okay. Google Sheets. So first thing I want to do is to open my sheets. Now, this is what your Google Sheets would look like. So enhance your data with drop chips. Been a while I use Google Sheets, but for your sake, I do more of reviews and just I just feel it. So now we want to do so now we want to title this document DSA virtual assistant DSA virtual assistant track exercise. Ouch. Exercise, and then I'll say sheets. Enter. So now we want to Now let's collect data. So now you see this boxes, rows and columns. So this is where you would now begin to, so there are rows, and there are columns. These are columns and there's a rows. You can increase a column and you can move, you can, so yeah. So now let's collect data. Let's say name, caps lock on, name. You can use tab. There's a tab. So sorry to those that are using their phones. Now, when you're using your phone, it's easier because you just do a touch screen, or I don't know, depending on the kind of phone you're using. Or if you're using a laptop and you are on the first cell, you can use, you can click on tab to move to the next cell. So we have name, we would have track, or we'll just say let's say units. I want to say track because I want to list out the different tracks that the DSA Skillup for Africa has. But I don't want to be misunderstood. So I would say class. Then I would say sex. No, is that necessary? Yes. I'll say sex. And now, so because I want to change, oh no. So now I want to change this. So that's what I just did. So this is another feature. This is a grab feature where I can grab and just change it where I want it to be. But anyway, so and what again? Let's say location. Now unlike the unlike unlike Word, Excel doesn't have the spell check, except you go in here for tools and check spelling. So it will not automatically underline words because this is for data collection. It will assume that, oh, that is a deliberate move. But if you use the spell check, it's now going to be like, oh, okay, so we noticed this. We don't know if this is a deliberate move, but we feel it's location. We could ignore it, but then you have the option of changing it, so which we have changed. So now it has no spelling suggestion. So for example, names, we're going to now enter our data by saying, let me use names of people that I can remember. Let me quickly check for your names and see. So we have Mercy, we have Olani, we have Abisola. Okay, let me quickly use those names. Oh, okay, someone corrected it to gender, but people say sex. Sorry if that's a foul language to some. Thanks for the correction. So we have Mercy. We have Olani. I think I saw Abisola. Okay. Abisola. Now, wait, let me add in. Okay. Olani, you probably are a lady. But let me see. Ayomide. Let me find another young man. Donatus. Okay. Okay, so I'll use Donatus so that we have a man in Donatus. So for gender, we have female. Okay, let's do like this. Now I want to be sure. I noticed, I'm not sure if there's a mistake here. So let me check my tools. Let's check. Let's do spell check. There's no spell check. Let's see. Tools. Ouch. No spell check. You see, Google Excel is maybe it's not as anyway. So female. Now, if I want to duplicate this, and I don't want to start typing female, 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 I will come here to where this dot is and drag. I will double click and drag it, and it would duplicate it. Now this is male, that he's a man. I hope he's a man. I'm sorry if you're not, and I just tagged you as a man. So class, we have virtual assistant. Let's just do VA for short. VA. And we'll do VA twice. And then we'll say I think project management. This is another feature, management. Project management, and let's say video editing. So now you see how project management is in one cell, but now it's entering the cell for location. Now let's do this. Let's say, I'm sorry, I'm going to randomly give you locations. Abuja, Lagos. Let's give her China. And let's give him Texas. So now see how the project management isn't showing, because now remember the alignment feature I talked about. So if you want to, this is a trick I have learned, but normally you either drag or you double click on the line. If you double click on the line, it would adjust by itself. But if you can hold it and drag, you hold and drag, and then everything will adjust. Now for this table, instead of me having to like go through the pain of creating a table on Word, this is a table already, but then because I want to define this table, I could now go to insert. Oh no, view. Edit. So this is the tab that tells us, this is a toolbar, various toolbar tabs, excuse me, that tells us, that gives us the various formatting, the features of the sheets. So now what I'm looking for is to bold in the borders of this. So I'll just bold the entire border. So this tells me to bold the entire border. This will just bold inside of it, but then this is what I want to do. Now, if I want to do summations like formulas, I could now say something like, okay, so let me remove this. I will do none here. So now another example is item quantity, rate, amount. Now this is a formula. This is a summing task that I want to do now. So item, we have bottle water. We have meat pie. Another thing is carrier bags. Let's say we're planning, let's say your company has an event and they ask you to do a budget for the refreshments. So this is how you're going to want, but this will be in capital letters, please, as it's a header. Let's see if I can make this capital. View, insert. There are like a lot of features here. Now I want to format the text, and it doesn't give me the, now this is the font size I spoke about earlier, where you can increase or decrease. So let's just do this. So quantity, let's say 10 bottles. 10 pieces. 10 pieces. Now the rates, that's how much is one water bottle. Let's say 1,200. How much is one meat pie? I think meat pie is like 1.5 now. Carrier bag, let's say carrier bag is 1,000. Carrier bag is 1,000. So I want to do a quick sum. So 1,200 multiplied by 10 bottles. That's 12,000. This will be 15,000. And this will be 10,000. So now I want to sum these guys up to find out the total amount. Let's see the submission here already. But then if I want to sum it up, there's an extension somewhere here that will forgive me because I mentioned earlier that I am not so proficient in this. So now here, functions, now sum. So for sum, now, okay, let me show you how I found the option. I just went to my toolbar. And let me start this all over so you can see why it's doing. Okay, so I'll do this and bring it back again. So now, because this toolbar has like a lot of other function, they had collapsed it, and if you want more. So now I want to, now my functions, what do I want Excel to do? Now this is a feature of Excel. This is what differentiates Excel from Word. So you want to do the function, and now I want the sum total. Now if I want to calculate the sum total, I'm going to click on each cell of numbers that I want Excel to calculate for me. So I'll click this guy, oh no, wait, I'll click this, sorry, I'll click this, I'll hold Control and click this and click this cell and then enter. And then this is the total. So let's say here I write total. Let's say here I write total. So now I want to, okay, wait, I want to create a space between 12 and 13. So I'm going to grab and drop. Now I have a space. And then, so now I want to calculate how much the rate is for each item. How much is it going to cost? How much will each item cost in total? Now I'm going to now go to my function and sum it up. And now click on this hold. See that you hold or use the comma. And then I use a comma and then I enter. And that is how this is a demo, quick demo. Now if I want to insert a chart, I could just use the feature. And then here is it. So now it has used the table. It has used that table that I created. Also, this is me adjusting the size of the chart. So now it used this information to create this chart, which this doesn't really make sense because we're trying to, find, but this is how the charts would work. So this is the rate. The blue is for the rate, which is like 1,002, but yeah. Now let's see another feature of this. Okay, no, not insert comments. Now I want to create. So for filters, I'm not so competent in how that works because I'm not a data analyst. So there is no, yeah. So basically, there is a lot of the functionalities that comes to Excel spreadsheets. Oh no, we're running out of time. Let me quickly run through this. No worries, everyone. Even if wherever we stop, we'll continue from from tomorrow. Anyway, so I have showed you So I have showed you how slides work. Introduction to slides. Okay, I think I have done that already. So now whether it is Excel for deep functioning or for deep functionality or Google Sheets for real-time collaboration, these tools gives you flexibility depending on your client needs. Like I have just showed you in the demo, you can use it to collect data, use it to for budgeting. And I have shared the little knowledge I know about Sheets to just give you an idea on how to navigate the user interface. I'm tempted to give you an exercise for spreadsheets just so I can see what you're able to do. Um, okay, I will. So it's not as if I'm just doing all of the theory. I also want you to go practice this at home. And then, we'll submit it. Because I noticed that we still have not been able to tell you a functioning means of submission of your um, sorry for that distraction. Okay. All right. So, sorry, apologies on behalf of the team for not being able to share a convenient means for you to submit your assignments or your exercises. So you have grace till when they have like a confirmed means to which you can submit your as the exercise. So what I want you to do is to let me just jump to that slide. Okay, we've talked about the key features already. So now I want you to, this is a practical exercise just for you. Create a simple monthly budget spreadsheet to track your own expenses as a virtual assistant. How much have you spent on water? Because as virtual assistants, we talk a lot, so we need water. How much have you spent on water? How much have you spent for data? How much did you spend to, let's say your laptop, you know, maybe the screen is blurry. Sorry to use that example. Maybe the screen is blurry, you probably need a screen change. How much did you spend on that? Let me know what your let me know let me know what let me just let me because this is basically going to help you track your expenses. So instead of having to, write it down, because some of us ladies will want to, okay, take my pen and paper. Oh, I bought lipstick, I bought this, I bought that. Sum total, 1, 2 plus 3, and all of that. Now do it on your Excel spreadsheet. Sorry, on your either Excel spreadsheet, your Excel or spreadsheets. Do that there. Now, for those that don't have a laptop, you can use your phone and you can either download Google. Advisably, download Google because Google is compatible on phone. Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't seen anybody use Microsoft on the phone. I don't know if people can do that, but for Google, I can confidently tell you that yes, you can have the mobile version for Sheets, Slides, Word. So yes, so this is your assignment. This is your assignment. By tomorrow, I will do a demo for presentation tools. I would have loved to. Oh, thank you, Ifejisu, for copying the assignment. Let me just quickly go back to that for those that needs to have to copy it. Oh, okay. Oyoluwa, sorry, Peter, because I'm sorry if I did not pronounce your name well. Are you saying that you can use Microsoft on your phone? If you can, then for those that would want to, download Microsoft Word, do that. Save. When you do your assignment, you save and then you send it to whichever platform they say you should submit your assignment to. This will bring us to the end of today's class. Our time has been fast spent. My apologies for those that were not able to catch up, or those that complained that they were not following. I am really sorry I lost you on the way. I hope by tomorrow. Oh yes, Word is not. It's that's why I cut cap for people that are still using Microsoft Word. Well done, all of you. Team Google, the Lord is our strength. Google is still doing amazing updates and allowing us to enjoy it for free, helping us make our work better as virtual assistants. Anyway, back to my apology render that I was given. Apologies for the many of you that said that they weren't following. I hope that you were able to catch up. For the many that said that their screens were blurry, please consider network connection as an issue. Yes, it was lovely being with you all today. I For those that had busy days and still made out time to join our class, thank you very much on behalf of the DSA team. We love you. We want to see you grow. Should you have any questions, I'm sure my tech team will help you, channel your questions to them. And whenever I see that question, I will respond. Please, everybody, rest. You can see what rest has done to me. I am a lot cheery than my our first session together, for which I really apologize again. And apologies in advance for those people that want to go and check what I looked like on Monday. You cannot prove anything. I look better today. I feel better today. So rest. And you get back as much as you can, try and rest. And, self-help. Google your hiccups. Whatever it is you do not understand, Google it. If you feel Google, in fact, funny how Google would send you to YouTube for you to for self-helps. So you Google and YouTube for anything you think you do not understand, just go to Google. Google will in turn push you to YouTube, and you would just find learning fun as I have found it. I love you too. Oh yeah, I'm sorry I cannot pronounce your name. I'm Yoruba. My Yoruba name is Oloremila Kumbo. I find it very hard pronouncing other Yoruba names, so please forgive me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, yes, that is the power of rest. Please rest as much as you can. As virtual assistants, rest is not to be trifled with. If you are stressed out, it will tell in your tone of your voice. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of happy that you got to see that side of me, because you would in turn now know that, oh, okay, I'm a virtual assistant, I need to make time to rest. If not, it's going to affect my performance. So yes, that was in itself, it wasn't a deliberate learning tool, but I'm glad I can now look back at it as a learning tool for you all. It was lovely meeting all of you today. Thank you for joining the class. For many of you that have further questions, reach out to tech team. If the question should be directed to me, they will send it to me. Thank you all for being here. Please go and rest. Phoenix Anonymous, I promise you, you don't want to go to the previous class. All I've covered for today makes up for the previous class. So everybody, good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.